the entrepreneurs, for the creatives, for those who are on a purpose-driven mission in this earth school that we're all in. We're all in this together. And I've been thinking a lot about it this morning and just kind of tripping on so many different levels. Now that I've gotten more into this process, I'm starting to think more about the way that I speak, or the way that I put words together, or the way that my voice sounds, or just kind of start to get into that place of overthinking about what I'm doing, rather than just offering the gift and trusting that the people that need to hear the message are going to find it. Because it's not really about me and my ego, it's about the greater mission. And we have a great mission before us as humanity. There's a lot of fuckery going on, to put it bluntly. And it's up to us to tap into a higher consciousness and to uplift and give birth to new worlds. That's my mission. That's what I'm here for. And so I read tarot not as a means to predict the future, but as clues to how we can move our energy, how we can transmute, how we can grow together into something that is not what we've all been coming through, that is free of the trauma, freer. It's always going to be a process. We're undoing, but as we heal the bloodlines behind us. We heal the future before us. We heal across all timelines simultaneously. But the key and the trick is to be real, not performative. Because healing requires spaciousness. This is my word. I've just been saying it over and over. Spaciousness. Opening up. You're not healed if you have to sequester yourself away and be in this hermitage. Yes, the journey of self is a journey of one. The entrepreneurial journey is a journey of one. But it's one that is connected to one, the great all. You're never alone. And so I use tarot as a way to tap into that higher consciousness, to access more information, not as spying, not as monitoring things, but asking how I can alchemize. Where do I have work to be done? How do I reflect and have this internal recognition of what is the next best step? And so I invite you, as you listen to these, to take notes. As a means to reinforce what you're hearing, take notes and then leave them in the comments. Build off of what you are gaining from what I'm saying. And help me learn what lands, what doesn't, and always take what resonates and leave the rest. As everybody says, not everything is going to be for you in that moment, but it might come up down the road. It might be in a reflection to the past that you hear a clue that tells you how to transmute it, that asks you to take a new perspective. So I'm really going on a tangent here, but I'm starting to see where I have an opportunity. I'm seeing this as a gift that I can not only give to myself, because it's so fun. I love sitting here in the morning and the quiet and being with myself and being with spirit and channeling. It's delightful. It's so fun. And to not take the joy out of it. Now that I don't have a bank of readings to offer, I'm having to do the readings, sit down and make time for the readings. But I'm also seeing that there's an opportunity to do it from a place of joy, because I was starting to overthink it this morning. And so sitting down started to feel anxious and constrictive and restrictive, thinking about how I'm going to be perceived. It's not a chore, it's a gift. So I got up. At first I did a reading for myself. I tapped in because I see I have to clear my own stories first. And the sun is shining through my window and I'm like, no, go upstairs, go be in the sun, go feed the birds, go be outside, breathe in that morning air. And it's such a beautiful morning. And I'm so grateful just to be here, just to be in that light, be grateful for the sun shining in and purifying me, clearing me out. And then I just came in and had a dance party for a few minutes, shaking out that energy, shaking out that stagnancy that we can get when we start to restrict ourselves to discipline, to regimen, to control, to punishment, to, what's the word, deprivation. It's not really about that. Discipline, yes. Compassionately learning to master yourself is crucial if you have a big mission and you want your mission to succeed. You're going to have to be a hell of a guide for yourself. But you can learn to send spirit before you. You can learn to send your higher self. Your future self can go before you. Send your future self into every experience. Future self, go make it this way. And then say how you want it to go before you even go into the situation. And watch the magic that happens when you walk into the world with intention. The universe starts to line up and show you exactly what you started to call into being. Try it, play with it. Life is a game. We have the Queen of Wands in the good luck card. The Queen of Wands is Kali, fully in her power, destructive and nurturing, ready to blow shit up if need be, but also ready to love the hell out of it. And that means loving life, and that means loving yourself, and that means enjoying it, allowing yourself the fullness. Love and light isn't possible without hate and darkness. You have to be repelled away from something to know that it is not for you. And we can do that from not a moral, punishment-based standpoint, but how do I align with what is good and what is expansive? Because darkness is also nurturing. It's also expansive. The feminine is darkness. If we embrace that nature, that beautiful, fecund energy of fertility, of new beginnings, of possibility, you plant the seed in the darkness, in your imagination. If we disconnect from the feminine, we disconnect from our imagination. And we've been living in a patriarchy for so long that has disconnected us from Mother Nature, disconnected us from the feminine. We plant the seed with her. And she nurtures everything into being. Whatever you can imagine in your imagination comes into being. Why do you think our imaginations are so valuable that everything is trying to hijack them? This is how you're supposed to live your life. This is what you're supposed to look like. This is what you're supposed to smell like. This is what is attractive. And they're using sex. Because sexual energy is the most creative energy. That's how you channel your masculine and your feminine. And when you share it with another person, it becomes this reflection of who you are. And a relationship, whether it's friendships, because friendships can also invoke that kind of energy. Not necessarily sexual between the other on a personal basis, but as a creativity. When we are cut off from our creativity, we're cut off from our power. Your imagination is your power and is the key. So do what you love. Do more and more and more of what you love, because that dispels fear. And fear is how everything is being controlled right now. Fear of the feminine, fear of expansion, fear of change, fear of letting the tower fall so you can be reborn, so the world can be reborn. It has to combust and break apart before it can be renewed. We haven't even gotten in the cards and I'm already 10 minutes in. But that's how you create that happiness. In the past position of the mind line, we have the 6 of Cups. Happiness. Happiness contains spirit. Happiness contains connection, mind, body, and soul, alignment across all planes of existence. That's what puts you in touch with the oneness, with the great all, with the super consciousness. Wholeness within, as within, so without. Stay with me. Open up to the possibility that we are just playing a mental game here. Life is a game. You are the main character of your game. You decide how it goes. And so when the collective decides freedom, love, potential, possibility, abundance, guess what starts to happen? But channel it and direct it outwards through your gift. We have 9 of Wands in the alignment position in the reverse. Thinking about things from a more logical standpoint, a more me-focused. What do I want? What do I need? What does the collective need? And how do I give it to them? How do I alchemize that power and put it outward as a force for good? How do I change the paradigm? It's just a mental game. So switch it. All realities exist simultaneously. What if we live in a reality where the feminine, the divine feminine is revered, is nurtured? Here comes the radiator, the emphasis on the expansion, on the growth, on the potential, on the possibility. Along with the divine masculine, we need the foundation. We need that place to return to have the stillness so we can clarify and use our intuition to discern what is the right path forward, what is actually in alignment, what feels right for me in the next step. Because without that intuition and without that time within, things can start to get distorted. We have perfection, the 4 of Wands in the reverse position. Trying too hard, trying to force things to be a certain way. The river has banks, right? Direct the flow, but don't beat it into submission. We're not here to live a hard life. We're here to expand and to grow like nature, to allow the beauty of our spirit to be channeled through us, to let the divine be channeled through us, instead of being hijacked energetically. When we transmute that energy, we allow for the all-seeing eye. We are able to discern through and see the truth because we keep our channels open, because we stay tapped in, because we understand that there's good and evil, disharmony and harmony. And there's a game of polarities being played. And that's just the truth. But if you take it down to a micro level, that's inside of you. How are you disciplining your spirit? How are you disciplining your mind to stay in harmony? Excuse me. Starting to have my throat close up here, you guys. Let me keep moving. But it causes that disruption in the body line, failure. 7 of Stones. Discord. Not being able to control the ebb and the flow. It's not about controlling it. Let me rephrase that. The pendulum swings back and forth, back and forth. And when we go wildly from excitement and joy and overflow, and then we swing so wildly back and forth, that bipolarness, right? And I've been there. In that swing where I would be one way and then I would be the next way so drastically. Allow the pendulum to stop swinging so wildly, but through compassion, through stillness, through grace, through expansion. How do I feel safe to be still? Because everything that is outside of ourselves can become an addiction, can become an attachment, can become something that is taking our power away from us. And so in order to be able to discern where you're giving away your power and where you're leaking your energy and where you have open loops and things that are pulling at you, energies, you have to be able to sit with yourself without the distractions, without the phone, without the screen, without the booze, without the sex, without the material, without the parameter, the artificial parameter. Holding down your own foundation. I've got you. We can be still. It's safe to go within. The Queen of Wands in the good luck card of the day. It's that setting yourself free to expand. 10 of Cups in the alignment line of the body but in the reverse. So there is a quality of suppression, not allowing yourself to be happy. Step into your power and understand that when we are joyful, we're dispelling fear, we're dispelling distrust, we're dispelling doubt. Dance, love, experience, have a beautiful life, and show others how to do it, and live from your heart. That's true happiness. When you're giving from a place of overflow, that's the magic. We have the magician in the future position of the body line in the reverse. Tap into your magic. Love is the magic. You are the magic. You are the key. You are the key to your own new beginnings. The Ace of Cups in the spirit line in the reverse. As within, so without. Go within into your imagination and start to create the life that you want. And then pour your emotion into it. The cups are about emotion. And you have to put emotion into the thought, because emotion is what creates the frequency. Emotion is what tells the universe. That's your subconscious. And so when I'm using tarot, I'm just using tarot to tell a story, to tap into your subconscious, to free the subconscious mind for more. Because the subconscious mind, out of its desperate need to protect you, and it's a loving intention to keep you safe, is going to restrict you to what it feels is safe. Expansion feels dangerous, and that's okay. So here's the trick. The trick is focus on the gift. The trick is focus on what is outside of you, as how can I help? And then how do I pour from a place of love and freedom within myself? How do I set myself free? We have the Hanged Man in the reverse position, and I cannot make this up, in the alignment line of the spirit. Set yourself free. Return to the tree. That's how you do it. Stillness is how you set yourself free. Being able to sit with yourself. Being able to sit with your inner child. Being able to sit with your shadows and forgive yourself. That's how you set yourself free. Alchemize that energy. We're all spirit having a human experience. There is no blame. You free yourself by forgiving yourself for the times that you played small, for the times that you were out of alignment, for the times that you don't embody. Still, we all do this. Alignment on all three planes of existence is when you're able to be fully embodied and you're the same in every room you go into. But it's practice. I'm not always the same as when I'm sitting here talking to you guys, channeling, as I am with my closest loved ones. The people that are closest to us will trigger us the most, will challenge us the most. How do we behave in a way that is in alignment, even and especially when we're outside of our comfort zone, when we get bumped up against our particularities? It's really easy to get hung up on those. I've been listening to my recordings as I'm getting them ready for you guys, and I'm hearing the sound of my voice. Is it annoying? Is my throat caught? I'm getting caught up in the details of it because I have particularities. I like things to sound a certain way. I like to be in certain kind of environments because I feel comfortable. But it's when we challenge ourselves in the discomfort and we stay aligned and true to the vision in the discomfort. That's when we're really growing. That's when we're really embodying that magic. And we do that by staying aligned to Source, letting Source go before you. We have the King of Stones in the future position, again in the reverse. So many reversals coming up because these are all opportunities to grow. The King of Stones, the King of Pentacles, is about abundance, foundational abundance, returning to the tree of knowledge. The tree of knowledge connects the earth and the heavens, is that conduit of information. Returning to the tree, returning to the great all takes that discipline, but you're going into the root system, the divine feminine. You're nurturing the vision. You're grounding into the bedrock to give yourself that place to be stabilized. The firmament, where things become material. That's when manifestations are materializing. And then how do you hold the materialization? And not from a place of scarcity, from a place of abundance, from a place of expansion. The moon, as you in the significator card, you do it through your intuition. You do it through your emotions. Because as soon as you start to slip into that, I need to protect what I've gained, or what if I gain this and I lose that? Then you're starting to look for contrast. You're starting to create discord. You're starting to emotionally create a feeling of lack. And we turn that around by, how do I feel more loving? How do I set myself more free? How do I channel my abundance towards other people? How do I better the world? There's a lot of shit going on, a lot of fuckery. Did I already say this? I feel like I did. I've stopped and started this reading a few times. So stay with me. We're on a big mission here. We're not just here to have some pretend facade, to fall for the illusion. I've been thinking a lot lately about how my mother used to always talk to me about glamour and illusion, because I grew up wanting to be a fashion designer. Glamour and illusion. She'd be like, Jordana, focus. It's more than the glamour and illusion, but what I'm starting to see it as, it's more about glamorizing the illusion. Because we're both right. There's truth in everything. All truths are half-truths. Glamorize it by coming from a place of joy. You charm the world with your abundant spirit. People are a lot more inclined to come after benevolence and abundance. Flowers, bees, honey. Think about it. That loving spirit. Shit attracts flies, you guys. Not to be mean about flies, and excuse my French, but we're all adults here. So let's see what the runes say. We have you, the past, the future, the basis. It's just repeating what we were talking about. The challenge. And the best outcome. Okay, so in the you position, we have day gods. And I'm going to read a little bit out of the book because I really am still learning these. And Richard Blum is who wrote this book of the Viking runes, the interpretations, and they're just beautiful. I love them. So let me know your thoughts about this. I'll probably stop one of these days, but we're practicing together. So day gods is breakthrough, transformation, day, letting go of, it's that self-transformation, setting yourself free, the Queen of Wands energy. Setting yourself free to expand. The outcome is assured because we make it so. We decide in every moment, yes, I'm aligning to the vision. Yes, I'm realigning. Yes, I'm working for something greater than myself, but I'm going to do it from a place of fullness and a place of abundance. Not from restriction, not from duty as much as responsibility. Taking great responsibility for the gift that we offer the world, the energy that we offer the world. What are we pouring out from ourselves? Because the starting point is always the self. Its essence is water, only clarity and a willingness to change is effective now. A correct relationship to yourself, a correct relationship to spirit. That is the Oracle's counsel, remaining modest. Your relationships with others reflect, are a imprint, are a code similar to the relationship you have with the divine, with yourself. When you have a loving relationship with yourself, you're much more likely to have a loving relationship with others. How do you speak to yourself in the quiet moments? Are you encouraging yourself from a place of love? Are you speaking to yourself as you would a small child? You're doing such a good job. You've got this. Yes, you can do this. Or are you punishing yourself? Are you coming from a place of restriction and resistance? Being mean to yourself. Be loving. Just focus on doing it for the doing's sake from a place of love. That's how you give the true gift. We have Gabo in the future position. That's how you give that gift of love to the world. That's how you love others. You love others the way that you love yourself. So if you're projecting a lot of discord, how much projecting are you doing towards yourself? How are you treating yourself? Isa, in the basis of the reading, stand still, ice, you, the self. Who are you in the quiet moments? Who are you when no one is watching? Who are you being? And then, how do you come from a place of joy in the challenge position? Jera, cycles, joyful cycles. Understanding that deep sorrow gives you the opportunity for deep joy. The opposite of the pendulum. It's gonna swing no matter what. Life is gonna throw curveballs. It's gonna hurt and it's gonna feel amazing. So surrender to it. And how do you stay steady? How do you keep your light burning? How do you stay aligned to hope and truth within all the chaos? By communicating. Rado in the future position. By communicating with Source. By communicating with yourself. Talking to yourself. Repetition creates new neural pathways. And it takes hundreds of times and hundreds of repetitions if you're just saying the words. But when you put emotion into it, and you put joy into it, and you put love into it, it only takes like 10 times. So have more fun. It makes everything so much easier. It shortens the time between you and your manifestation. Because if you're trying to manifest from a place of lack, I don't have this thing. Universe, when am I going to get this thing? You're begging, you're pleading, you're seeking, you're chasing. I am. And so everything flows to you. It's magnetic. It's that lean back energy. Surrender. The less you do, the more you make it true. The more you do what you love, the more abundance flows to you because you're claiming that as your reality. You're bringing it into the three-dimensional world. When you create art and you create music and you allow yourself that joy, that fun, that freedom, that laughter, that play, the universe loves to play. Children, think about what you love to do as a child. Children love to play and they spend so much time in their imaginations if we let them. My parents let me play in the woods, so I spent my entire childhood outside playing these vivid games of good versus evil, playing out these stories. These stories are all telling us the story of how to return to the truth, how to use yourself as the guide, as the tool, as the magic. Recognizing your magic, the magician, through intuition, through emotion, through experience, letting it be beautiful. That's the gift. When you give yourself beauty and you give yourself the experience of joy, you claim that worthiness. I am worthy of joy. And I'm so worthy of joy that I'm willing to use myself as a vessel to set other people free, to feel joy as well. Because people attune to your frequency. When you spend a lot of time with people, people start to pick up on your energy. You start to commingle. You become quantumly entangled the more time you spend with someone, the more your energy commingles, the more your thoughts work in tandem. So when we're all working in tandem collectively on a mind level, creating from a place of joy, guess what happens? The world changes. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than all of us. But the starting point is always the self. Okay, that's a lot. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what stands out to you. Put your notes in the comments. Reflect. Come back. Look at the chapters, and if something stood out to you, go back. Listen to it again. I'm offering these as tools, and I want to know what works for you guys. And if you want to take a little side quest, I've created the Art of Conscious Creation. I'm working on making it a trilogy because I love adventures. And so I made this adventure, this mind, body, soul adventure for people to be able to have a guide. The journey of self is a solo journey. It can be very daunting. It can be very lonesome. It can be very confronting. It can be very painful to face your past and to forgive yourself. Especially to forgive yourself for all the time that you lost, being lost, thinking that you were disconnected, thinking that you were broken, thinking that this is just how hard, life is just hard. It just sucks. It's pain, it's addiction, it's sadness, it's sorrow, it's loss, it's grief, it's hurt. Trauma makes you think you deserve it. I spent a long time in my life thinking I deserved the bad shit that happened to me. But when I started to forgive myself, when I started to forgive others, when I started to forgive the whole situation and to recreate it, not dwelling on how it felt, what it made me, but seeing what it made me, and then how do I change that? How do I open? How do I set myself free from that? Forgiveness, patience, love. But love in the quiet, love and light, but within the darkness of the shadows. If you're not willing to go into the darkness and confront yourself, you're not really shining the light, you're bypassing. The admission of imperfection, Four of Wands, that all-seeing, that's honesty. That's radical honesty with yourself. That's communication. That's awareness. If you're unaware of something, you're unwilling to confront a side of yourself, you're not free, you're just avoiding it. So being radically honest with yourself. Where am I falling short? How can I improve? How can I do this better? How can I play the game better? How can I up-level my skills? But do it from a place of fun. Those traumas, go back and recreate them. Recreate them into joyful situations. Consciously create your past so that you're giving your body a different experience, so that you're experiencing different emotions, and then use those emotions to channel your energy towards what you want to experience. That's it in a nutshell. And that's the repetition, that's the return to the tree. The King of Cups, returning to the knowledge, returning to source. The key is joy. The key is love. You are the key. The universe acts as a mirror. And so you have to think about what you want the mirror to show you. And then instead of trying to change the reflection, you change yourself. You can't change the mirror. You can't change the 3D and expect your life to change. You have to change yourself, and then your life changes. It unfolds. The Ace of Cups. That's how you realign, is through the self, through your emotions, through stillness, and through joy. Filling your own cup, living your life so full of love, giving yourself the experience, that childlike wonder, that joy, looking for more reasons to be happy, more reasons to feel good. Start with the little things. I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful that I get to have this experience. I'm so grateful that I get to share this time with you guys. I'm so grateful that I get to do what I love. I'm so grateful that I get to start over every day. That I get to practice again every day. that I get to be with myself every day. Be your own best friend. Because nobody actually cares. Everybody is concerned about their own personal journey. We're supposed to be their own expansion. So let everybody do their thing and you do yours. Do you. What do you want the most? And expand towards that. Heavy preaching, you guys. But I didn't feel like it was done. So I had to come back on. You know, I started to get into that place of doubt and fear in myself. Am I boring you? Am I going on too long? Am I running off the track? Am I throwing too much information at you? I don't know. We'll see. It's all an exploration. There's no right or wrong. Doesn't matter. Some things are going to work better than others. It's an experiment. We learn from failure. Not by thinking. Like keeping yourself, I'm just going to overthink this thing until it's perfect. And then I'm going to do it. Do the damn thing and you learn the lesson. You gain confidence by doing something, not by thinking about it. Just do it. Move towards it. The hell with what other people think. What do you think? And do it from a place of love. You have nothing to prove to anyone. You don't have to adhere to the old stories. You can do whatever you want. You just have to let yourself. You have to set yourself free to expand, to be seen, to grow. That's how we do it. That's how it's done. You go towards the mission, not back away from it. We get to band together and be warriors and change the world together. How cool is that? How epic, how fantastic that we have all of this opportunity to make the world a better place. And that's my mission. And I invite whoever's into it to come along for the journey, because I think that that's what makes it fun. And that's what makes real change. Change from happiness, change from joy, change from fun. All right, my darlings, my beauties, go forth and have fun today. Come back and tell me what fun thing you saw. What clue did you get that showed you that I'm onto something, that there's some truth in what you're hearing here. And it's subjective, so use your own discernment, you know? Perception is everything. Okay, that's a lot. Much love.